Hello?
They'd been hearing about the picnic for weeks in meetings, but none of them expected to go, hadn't given it a second thought. No one actually went to those things, did they? Dell was clearing out her bag and pulled out the flyer. Someone had made photocopies of it. Peggy and Greta couldn't imagine how someone would have the wherewithal to photocopy something. It had a picture of a tree, and under it was a picnic table, the type with chairs attached to it. There were some dates on the flyer. Dell was looking at it, and soon, because there wasn't anything else going on, Peggy and Greta got up and came and had a look. It was on that weekend. There was a number if you needed a lift. It looked like there'd be volleyball. Dell was holding the flyer, and Peggy and Greta stood either side of her and held the two top corners up so they could read it. "Are you working?" Greta raised it first. They were all thinking about the possibility of going, but Greta was the first and backed into it slowly. Dell shook her head. "Who'll be there?" Peggy asked. Dell shook her head. It was a mystery. God only knew who would turn up. "Why are they having a picnic in winter?" Peggy asked. "It's spring," Dell said. "Is it?" Peggy said. "Is it for couples?" Greta asked. Dell and Peggy didn't think so. "Is it to get into a couple?" Greta asked. Dell and Peggy laughed. None of them had been to anything social to do with the meetings, ever. There was plenty going on, except bowling. Peggy and Greta had gone bowling, but not really. A group of young people went bowling. Peggy and Greta had agreed they never wanted to go bowling, but they went and it was okay. They talked to a few people and it was okay. The bowling was okay. Someone paid for them to go, and then someone bought them a Coke, and they sat around, and then before you knew it, there was another day closer to death, they'd say to each other and laugh. But it was a good way to waste time. Saturdays sucked. There was no work, and walking around was depressing because the streets were weirdly lonely and the parks were packed with families with kids. The weekends dragged, and there were only 2 meetings in town and another one too far away for them to get to. "Maybe we should go," Dell said. She missed Heidi, and she wouldn't go by herself. Peggy and Greta put their lips together and raised their eyebrows high like they were kind of surprised about it, but nodded. Greta climbed her hand down the flyer. "It says you have to bring a plate." It was a curse of being sober. Everywhere you went, you had to bring a plate. Greta and Peggy usually brought chips. Dell always brought bread. They were vegetarian, so it usually meant they ate chips sandwiched between slices of bread at any potluck meals. "We could make a quiche," Greta said, like she was the bravest person on the planet.